Hello, 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 my favorite girly pops. No, I am not a frog. That is not a video of me walking, and any information that says that, there's no proof on the internet I'm a frog yet. Okay, so in today's video for the low introductory price sale of absolutely nothing, you heard it here last, we have a few things to get through. Amberlynn is raging in someone's live stream. I will link the live stream down below. I always link my sources if you ever want to know where I got something from. Always check my description box. Raging about how dare people talk about her mental health, but it's okay for you to talk about Zachary Michael's mental health, right? Okay. So we also have something very interesting, the continuation and finale of Alexis, Amberlynn Reid's ex-bestie frenemy, spilling some very interesting information, okay, on Amber. You're going to want to see this. And if we have time, we're going to talk briefly about Amber's new video. This is detrimental. Yeah, it's detrimental. You didn't get a Kermit. Okay, so we're going to get into all the drama, or my name isn't Bob Wilbur, none of those are my names. But first, have you ever wanted to purchase a Kermit? Well, now you can. In my game show host voice, we are up to 101 people liking the game show host voice. Why is this relevant? It's not. I'm also not a frog, but we started with like 1 or 2 people. Now we're up to 101. Wonderful. Still not at 200. So this is my affiliate link. If you would like to purchase a Kermit, please use my link. And if you do so, please let me know when he ships so I can be excited for you. Okay, everything I'm saying is clearly for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously. I'm sharing my own opinions, not facts, and publicly accessible information first made public by public figures. Please don't go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, disparaging comments. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, before we get to what Alexis said in Jordy's stream, I wanted to show you something very interesting that Alexis posted last night on my video. There's a discussion between Alexis and the other people commenting on my video. And this is what Alexis said. These are her thoughts and opinions. I promise you, she does not have that much money. When all of us went out, it was always, and I picking up the tabs and getting the drinks. So she's talking about Amberlynn, claiming that Amberlynn doesn't have that much money. Amberlynn did not pay for anything at all 3 times I met up with her. And then there's some statements that y'all could read about Tommy saying my girlfriend and Tommy were having a conversation while I was driving us around. Why is Alexis driving everybody around? And I remember my girlfriend being shocked about, certain things. You could read that. And now word on the street is, okay, so is Amberlynn paying the mortgage? I couldn't imagine Amberlynn paying for expenses, no matter how much she says this. I know Amberlynn, she's cheap. Okay, who remembers? Who remembers when Amberlynn was like saying that she was paying for like her friend's gas and everything, and she's like that type of girly pop. She's so generous. Look, if you're looking for an opinion on this from me, who cares? In Eric's voice, really, whether Amberlynn is cheap or not is totally irrelevant to this conversation because, like I always say, her kitchen is on fire, metaphorically. Like, there's other issues to be dealt with. It's just some tea that Alexis is spilling. As far as Amber, why didn't you pay not even once? That is the question. Okay, this is just my personal opinion on Ambi. Can I call you Pookie? My favorite YouTuber. Amberlynn's my favorite YouTuber. I love her so much. I watch her all the time, obviously. And I have to say that I would just say that I think that Amber, when she can use people, she will. That's just my opinion. Thoughts, comments, dislikes, leave them in the comments down below. I'll say one thing, okay? Whenever I say this, people are like, oh my God, like, we don't believe you. You can believe me or choose not to believe me. Listen, all Kermits are here, so it doesn't matter to me. I will tell you this. Amberlynn makes very decent money for what she's doing. Is she making $300,000, $500,000 a year? No, not anymore. She used to make a very outrageous amount of money. She doesn't anymore. That's her own fault, but I digress. For what she's doing, which is absolutely nothing in my opinion, she's earning quite a good paycheck in my opinion. The issue is, how high is her CPM, RPM? All of these numbers equate to how much does she make per 1,000 views? All of those numbers are different for each YouTuber, okay? So that's the first question about how much money she makes. Where are people watching her videos? Because a lot of people do not watch on her channel. That's another issue. But the main point I'm trying to make is for what she's putting out on YouTube, for the amount of editing that goes into this, yeah, so much. And for what she's doing, she's definitely not working every single day like most of us. She's clearly posting old content from December 31st. And my opinion is she's making quite a bit of money for what she's doing, meaning that the average person has to do way more than her to earn less than her. That is my personal opinion. I think that she's getting paid well for what she is doing. Not necessarily well, like altogether, but for what she is doing. Also, just, I'm going to say this to you. Do you really think that she would continue to make videos if she wasn't earning a decent wage at her job? Do you believe that she would keep coming back and making these videos if she genuinely wasn't earning enough? Just ask yourself this question. If she was not earning enough, you really think she'd come back to YouTube? She doesn't like YouTube. She doesn't like her audience. You think she'd be coming back? This is the rest of what her ex-friend Alexis said in Oh Lordy, It's Jordy's chat. And this is the most interesting to me. This statement Alexis made about Tommy. So when they would FaceTime, and you could read the rest of that, okay? This was before Amberlynn lived in Wisconsin. I know because I was on FaceTime with them. So Alexis is saying that before Amberlynn went to Wisconsin, when she used to FaceTime with Amber and Tommy, and you could read the rest. So, wow, so surprising. You know, Amber, I know that you have continuously denied these type of statements on your channel because, you know, if anyone's even interested in what is Amberlynn Reid's biggest problem, it's that even though she has gotten quite a bit of evidence to the contrary, she believes she is smarter than her average viewer. So just like she denied that Destiny was dumping her, just like she denied that Crystal dumped her, just like she denied that there wasn't any chemistry between her and Beck, and just like she denied that she didn't have a good relationship with Wifey, if Mike Kermit hadn't retired, he would have determined that that was a lie. So all the things that she always denies is what the audience always sees. The audience always knows the tea. So there you go. You heard it from first of all, you heard it here last, but you also heard it here from a person who was on FaceTime with them. Why would Alexis say such intricate details? So there you go. Amber, keep denying it. Then we have this. A lot of people have accused Alexis of leaking, you know, Amber's cookie video. And by the way, I think the topic is so boring. Hopefully, this is like the last time that we're going to talk about this. Alexis says, I would have leaked it already when I was super pissed at her. Also, I recently looked in my conversation with her and the camera roll and literally can't find it at all. So this is really, really interesting to me, right? So Amber says that she sent it to Alexis, and Alexis, I believe I remember Alexis saying that she did receive this video. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't think Alexis leaked it. But I do remember Alexis, I believe, saying that she had gotten this before. So this next one is really, I think, important and is evidence of what Amber's doing with her time. I forgot to mention that Amberlynn also messaged my girlfriend 4 times in a row after I blocked her off of everything and was trying to be a victim of my girlfriend's messages, LOL, LOL. So
Amberlynn did not shower.
my big question is, Amber, can I call you Pookie? Why did you message your ex-friend's girlfriend 4 times in a row? Like, that's ridiculous. I never understand that whole thing. Like, you have a falling out with somebody and you go to their partner. Very few people do this, but the ones that are doing this, like, you know that their partner is going to be on their side, right? So Amber, you constantly and bother people all day long. Hey, the Kermits write themselves here. So basically, this is Amberlynn raging in someone's live stream. Like I said, I will link the live stream if you need to see the live stream down below. I am so tired of people speculating about my mental health. Having BPD is painful enough, with or without therapy. Okay, so if you're tired of that people are like speculating about your mental health, why did you post the video to over 200,000 people on your channel speculating about Zachary Michael's mental health, saying that they were pretty much, you highly implied that they were faking having any mental health struggles. Why is it okay that you can speculate over a person that's been nothing but kind to you in that regard, but it's not okay for people to speculate about anything about a person who is a professional deceiver and has monetized content stating you've stated that you deceive people? BPD can be an excuse. It can also be a reason. I learned this with a psychologist who diagnosed me. So here's the bottom line. I believe that there are certain things that are explained by certain situations that people are dealing with. But excusing your horrible behavior, your audience is not here for that. No, stop excusing your horrible behavior. Please stop. You are extremely negative. Well, I'm simply just trying to have a conversation. She said this because somebody in the live stream had actually said to her, the person said, "So do I," and that is textbook and means you Googled it. So, person was trying to tell Amberlynn that they don't believe her and that she just Googled things, right? Here's what I have to say about that. And I will only let you know about one thing. A while ago, Amberlynn was doing this thing, and you're going to see the connection, where she was like, eating like cottage cheese and vegetables. And she was talking about all this food noise. And there is a video on the internet. If I can find it, I'm going to link in my description box. It's really worth a watch, where she literally copied word for word what this girl that went viral on TikTok said about eating cottage cheese and, vegetables and mustard. The point being that in a lot of situations, Amberlynn, I've caught her doing this myself in other areas where she would go and she would copy directly what people say on TikTok and pass it off as her own thoughts. And I think this is, we're in the same situation here, which is what that person was implying. And Amber said to this person that she was blocking them. What a wild shaka. I learned this when I was diagnosed. So sometimes it is literally impossible not to react. It's very hard, but I'm working on it as I am aware. You know what I find interesting? Amber always tells her audience in a certain way what they want to hear. Like, I'm working on this, I'm getting therapy. Like, none of this is true. We all can see you for who you are, a person that doesn't have a Kermit. But here's the bottom line in this situation. I feel like you have no right to say anything about anybody speculating about your whatever when you literally blasted it to 200,000 people that you didn't believe Zachary Michael was telling the truth about their struggles. And I think that's really sad because at the end of the day, everybody here is like working and they're also dealing with whatever they're dealing with. How is it that your mental health is more important than Zach's? Wanted to say one more thing. In yesterday's video, we had discussed that, Amber's ex bestie said some stuff about where allegedly, supposedly, Amberlynn didn't want her mother to read her journals. And a lot of you said two things: that you wanted to read Amber's journals, and a lot of you said that you understand why Amber doesn't trust her mother. And I wanted to respond to that. Number one, if you guys want to read her journals, I guess I can understand that, but please understand that the biggest lie Amberlynn Reid ever told anyone was to herself. So there's lies in those journals, or how she and or slash how she sees things. Do you know how Amber sees things? She sees things as, in her mind, Zachary Michael's mental health. It's all faked, but hers is real. Do you understand? Why would you want to read something that isn't true? I'm telling you, the biggest lie she's ever told anyone is herself. So her journals are like an extension of her YouTube channel. The other thing I wanted to say is, while I can understand that Amber may not trust her mom, I'm going to say this again. If Amberlynn believes that her mom would run into her house and read all her journals, then she doesn't have basic trust. Like, I'm not talking about what happened before in her life. I'm talking about basics. I don't think your mom is interested in your journals, Amber. And deeper than that, I'm going to say this again. If it is that your mother is good enough to drive you 19 hours to Tommy's house, your mom is your chauffeur. She takes you food shopping, she takes you to bingo. Without her, you're actually not going to be able to function in society because you refuse to take Ubers. So therefore, if she is trustworthy enough to drive you places, she's probably trustworthy enough to come and pick up your mail and just like leave it on your like like couch. It is preposterous to think that your mom at this stage in the game, when she has, she is in recovery, and you talk about what a wonderful person your mother is, it is preposterous to think that your mom is going to read your journals or that she would care. I personally would never want to see her journals, just me alone, because I know that is just an extension of how she sees the world. Okay, we have enough of that on YouTube. Let's talk about the end of Amber's video. So she claims that she is, in general, she's been saying this in a lot of her videos, that she has a head in her videos. You mean you're behind? This video is from January 1st. You are so behind. Why are you posting old, stale content that nobody cares about? In this video, she extensively discusses the outrageous BS that nobody cares about anymore, her video leak. And she talks about having a detrimental thing happen to her, a defamatory thing happen to her. You could alliterate your way out of here. Go alliteration with yourself, okay? So I can't believe I have to say this, but Amber, it would really behoove you to learn what defamatory means. In order for there to be defamation, somebody has to first say something defamatory. They have to verbalize it. In your case, you're saying that there is a person. Amber says there was a person that was impersonating Tommy on a website. That's what she says, right? Okay. Only this person never, not once, told anybody that they were Tommy. They never said that they were Tommy. In fact, they never even implied it. I never saw them say that. Just because your audience believed possibly a certain percentage, not even your full audience, a certain percentage of your audience believe this is not called defamation. This is called you're hard out of luck. Okay, Pookie, can I call you Ambi? It's not defamatory for them to never even imply that they were Tommy, for a section of your audience to believe that they are, and for them to never say that they are. It's not defamation. That's why you're never getting the law involved, okay? So she says this detrimental thing happened to her and Tommy. Nothing happened to you. You filmed a certain type of video. You sent it out to people, and you're an adult. And at this point in the game, you should understand, especially you being a very infamous public figure, that if you're going to send these videos, let's not forget, she sent these videos to total strangers on the internet she hadn't met. Alexis at the time was a stranger she hadn't met. I don't care if they were friends in her mind. They never met. And Erica slash Valentine, they never met. A married woman. So the audacity of this woman to cry that a detrimental thing happened to her and defamatory thing happened to her, you just don't understand that there's no detriment here. And defamation, look it up in the dictionary. Somebody has to say something about you. They have to say it. That person on that website never said that they were Tommy. How are they impersonating Tommy? I want you to tell me how they're impersonating Tommy. Okay. Moving right along from that, she then shows an email that I'm not going to repost here that they emailed the website. And the only thing that I find relevant in that email is Amberlynn sent that website a Reddit post. The reason I'm bringing it up is because Amberlynn has extensively said that she never goes on Reddit, that she's been on Reddit once or twice in her life, and she never goes on Reddit. But for proof of all of this detriment and defamation, you literally sent them Reddit posts. Make it make sense. You are a professional deceiver. Why do you deceive people and then get upset when they pull up the receipts from your own channel? So she's been lying to you, which was obvious, that she doesn't go on Reddit, yet the proof of the detriment and defamation was on Reddit. Make it make sense. If this person was truly doing what you claimed they were, then you wouldn't need Reddit proof. Please. I thought you said you didn't go on Reddit. The last thing I wanted to briefly mention is her statement that if you support her and Tommy, good karma will come your way. Sometimes I even wish that her manipulation was just a little bit more sophisticated, because this type of manipulation, it's like taking Kermits from a Kermit. Okay, basically, how manipulative of you to say that if people support you, they will have good karma. I'm not going to judge people who support her, but I'm here to tell you that if you support somebody that facilitates the end of their animals' lives and you support somebody that danced on their way to a child's grave. I don't know what kind of karma you're going to have, but I think that it would behoove you. That's my Kermit word of the day, behoove. It would probably be a good idea if you stop listening to Amber. Amber, why are you manipulating people and saying that as long as they support you, they're going to get good karma? Can't wait until we see yours. The rest of Pookie's video, Amberlynn is my favorite YouTuber. Did I ever tell you that? She makes amazing videos. I really genuinely do enjoy her videos. The rest of her video is going out to eat with Tommy. She's no longer showing Tommy on her channel. Too late, Pookie. It's all been done now. And getting her nails done. Yet again, what a wonderful relationship. Keep getting your nails done. And put some more onions in your chili. I love Amber. I love her videos. They're amazing. Right, that's about it for today's video. I want to thank all of you so very much for being here. Please check out this other video that's popping up here. It's on a similar topic. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments and dislikes down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.